It's 10 o'clock and we are underway. High tide was at 8:30, so this is kind of good. We did catch the last outgoing tide. I've got a few plans, so plan A is to get to Illfracombe. Plan B is that doesn't happen and I sketch around until the tide comes back in. That's pretty much it. Got a bit more of a comprehensive plan for each, but we'll see how it plays out. So far, what's learning? So on Port just had like the best tack I've ever done. Super smooth, all really good in well 17 to 20 knots wind. I'm happy with that. Everything went really nice. Probably a fluke. And more importantly, as bumpy as it may be, I'm now sailing in the direction I wanted to go in the first place. So yeah, sort of still holding on to the hopes of making a crossing happen today. More worried about getting into Illfracombe than the crossing itself, which could be naive. Passing the West Scar. Last time I was here I sort of turned now and started tacking my way towards Gower. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to carry on more or less on this bearing. It's like 170 degrees. Pick up there's 2 special marker buoys, and then from there then I'm going to change course to 112 degrees, and that should take me to Illfracombe. Have a go for it. So far so good. Winds sort of behaving. It's dropped down to a consistent sort of 12 to 16 knots. Yeah, so it's going good. It's a bit lumpy because we're close to the wind. Well, closer. 15 knots on the beam. All going really quite well. Have attacked a couple of times early on. Yeah, making good progress now. Sliding along about 5 knots. Yeah, so far so good. So for me, being a sea is all about small winds. You probably can't see this, but just off my bow is the first of the, well, is one of the special marks. It's a yellow buoy that'll have a cross on top of it. And according to my passage plan that I put together last night, I was going to get there for about 1:30. Yes, so it's 1:10 now and it's looking to be about 15-20 minutes away. So I'll take that as a pretty cool win. So hopefully the rest of the passage goes to that kind of plan really. Off there, I'm going to round up ever so slightly. I'm on a bearing of 180. I'm going to bring it into 112 at 212, so not a lot really. That should round me up, bring me to Illfracombe. The thing is, I had to put a tack in I hadn't planned for, so I'm moving a little faster. I'd planned to be moving 4 knots. I've been with this sort of wind, I've really been sailing more at 5 knots to kind of made up the ground I lost. So it does kind of mean I might end up getting to Illfracombe sooner than planned. There we are, the special mark. I am 10 minutes early here. So I was expecting to be 20:30, it's 20 past now. This isn't too bad because I've been at sea since 10, so 3 hours of sailing I've made 10 minutes. It's not a race, it's more about navigation, knowing what I will be and where I am, so it's not, I kind of want to be a bit more accurate, but that's okay, I'll take that. So I'm going to round up the bearing, although I've sort of naturally done that already, and then back to the drawing board then to make sure everything else is still going good. The company out here, it's everything I've seen all day. So that is the vehicle carrier or vehicle transporter Wisdom Ace. Could see it out in the horizon earlier on, so quickly when I sort of first ping it, you've got to pay particular attention to its progress versus your progress to make sure that you're not on the collision course. You can see the angle is changing. So watch the first 20-30 minutes, it was sort of staying in this. I just sort of use sort of windows, if you will, along the side, use the stanchions as a gauge, and we were sort of holding position on each other for a long while. So I changed course about 20 degrees to my starboard, so that it was sort of change the course, make your intentions clear and obvious early on, and generally turn starboard. So that's what I did. Super simple. Well, that was emotional. So for those of you who know you're not, so that is now a overhand on the bike. Originally I just had figure of eights in the end of those as stopper knots, which they're the lines for the lower at the front of the jib sheet. Yeah, so I've always had sort of knots in the stopper knots in the stopper going through that white colour you can see there, so you can keep control of them when tacking and things. Usually I try and get them onto the winch. Midway through that tack, I just changed course because I was coming up a bit close on my thing. I was going to be basically a bit close to coming into Illfracombe. I wanted to be down tide a bit of it. I was going to be up tide a bit of and the spring tides as well, so I've had a bit of battle on my hand later today, fighting up the 3 knots of current. So I thought I'd put a tack in the middle of the channel, move up so I get a better fight line in. Yeah, that blew through basically. That one blew through and then out to the side of the boat as I tacked, so I lost the line. So to take in the so I had to kind of sail quite close to the wind, take the sail in so that I could go up to the front, reach the clue and get the line sort the knots out. So that was a bit mega. Another brutal tack there, but I got it done in the end. That was a mission. Went back on it. And another weird news, never happened before, but now my course speed thingy-majig is working. So for a bunch of different reasons, I called it a day. Largely because I didn't have a course plotter, and I just do a sort of paper nav and then get updates from the phone and take bits and pieces. Super twitchy about going to Illfracombe anyway. I've been there before and I'm obviously single-handed. Yeah, so when I was trying to get a fix from where I was on the phone, on my sort of stuff on there, it was going a bit bonkers, wasn't updated, freezing and closing down. So I was aware that I was like dropping further behind. The wind had come around a bit, so I had to keep tacking all the time to try and work my way up wind. So I was just getting a bit twitchy really. I was like, well, I'm going to end up tacking up here now. I'm not entirely sure. I don't want to get close because the tide was going to pick up considerably. So by the time I was expected to get there, it was going to be 3.3 knots off the headland, so there'd be some overfalls and stuff. So I am heading back to waters I know for the night. And there's the dolphins. Yes, dolphins. And the cardinal marker in the background. How was that?